Hello, my friends, and once more, welcome to the crypts of Super Monster City, where monsters thrive and villains scheme and heroes save the day. The Shangri-La of cool toys. And I am going to show you about James Bama, who was the cover artist for the Aurora models. The boxes are as famous as the models, and we're going to look at the boxes today for this short entry. This was the Wolfman model, one of my first and favorites. I always wondered who was in the back there. Who was that living there being menaced by that Wolfman? Didn't really look like our Wolfman from the Universal movie, but that's okay. He was darn cool, and the model looked nothing like this, and from what legend says, there was trouble about that later, and then the next box had a more appropriate pose. There you go. That's the Wolfman. And, of course, where would we be without the creature? Again, James Bama, he was famous for the Doc Savage covers of the paperback books. Take a look. Look up James Bama on your magic devices, and you'll be good. Doc Savage was a hero from the 30s. And my girlfriend is trying to say me something. What are you saying?
How do you spell Bama?
Oh, James Bama. James, B-A-M-A. So look up James Bama. He was famous for his Western art. That's why I have her along, because she tells me things I forget to tell you, because I'm so immersed in the madness here that I forget that some of this stuff isn't common knowledge, and maybe you didn't own it. These were amazing models. My dad would put them together and paint them. Now, in the mid-60s, Aurora put together some hot rod monster combos. This was to compete with Rat Fink and Big Daddy Roth. And they were sort of creating these crazy monsters in greaser cars and stuff. So the Mummy's Chariot, as a kid, I cut that out and put it on the wall. What can you say? Sorry about that. Oh, here's another one. Frankenstein's Flivver. Again, cool monster with a bizarre car. Here's another one I cut up. Oh, no. Spider-Man. Not James Bama, but Aurora came out with all sorts of models. They had knights, and they had monsters, and they had superheroes. There you go. Kraven the Hunter. This one I've got somewhere. We'll look at models in another event. They're in a box somewhere here amongst the piles of mayhem. Now, the customizing kit was really, really cool. You bought this one. This was with the Vulture and the Mad Dog. And then you could make the model your own and personalize it with rats and extra tombstones and snakes and skulls. And that way you could paint it up so it looked just like you wanted it. I really like these things. And then here's another Wolfman's wagon. Okay. Again, we got the Wolfman. And there you go. Now, let's take a look at, because we've got this out, this is the Lindbergh line of models, and I don't want to forget them because they're some of my favorites. These were only 2 parts. You pushed them together, and they were cool. There was 4 monsters in this, and this is the Creeping Crusher. There you go. But now, let's take a look at this Lost in Space model. Now, I shook this, and I realized suddenly, once again, there's a model in here. Let's take a look at that, and then we'll end this session. You put this model together. It came in all these different parts, and then you'd get airplane glue or model cement, and you put them together like that and glue it. You see, there's the monster from the box. And then you'd put together the arms, and then you'd glue it on there. And down here is part of the Robinson family. That's from Lost in Space and Irwin Allen. And then you'd put them down there with their little drama on the base. There was another version that had their vehicle called the Chariot. Now, over here we've got the modeling instructions, then I'll let you go. There, of course, advertising for all the really cool models. Open it up. There's what goes together, how to piece it together if you couldn't figure it out, where the little people go. They've got little inserts. And it was just an amazing time to be a kid because there were all these models, and there were hobby stores just filled with all sorts of models, monsters and knights and cars and planes and weird goofy guys and TV personalities and baseball people. So there's the Lost in Space model. I don't want to bore you to death. Again, check out supermonstercity.com. We do exhibits. We could bring one to a museum or a gallery near you. All you got to do is get somebody interested from your neighborhood. So drop us a line, call us, ring us, and show me pictures of your models. I want to know what you made, what you played with. Okay, we're going to get going now. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.